in organizational update.
Mhm.
Then the complete steps of organizational updates, and this is how the output comes. And here supplement tasks now.
Very good.
Okay, ma'am. So should I show you my doubt here in this?
Yeah. Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, ma'am, 1 minute. It's working. First thing is when we duplicate.
Share me your complete screen. We are able to only
Okay.
see your Word document.
So now I hope. Ma'am, now I hope you are able to see my screen.
1 minute.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Here, ma'am. So when I click for background color, so how we will get this?
Just click on that color palette, color palette icon.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now
Okay.
you select the color. Okay. So can you see here red, green, blue, the code, the number
Yes.
codes. Okay. These are the codes with the color combination, and automatically once you select final color, the code will be generated here with the hash D8 D6060, what you are able to see.
Okay.
This is a pre-configured. Only we need to select the colors. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. So this was the doubt which I have. So I have to complete this Teams one, ma'am.
Sure.
Then up to date, it would be completed for me.
Okay. Okay. Please continue. Any
Thank
other like anyone who have tried and any doubts you got? Pavitra, you have you shared me your assignment?
Yes, Kavita, I completed my assignment and I
Okay.
mailed you.
Okay, let me check that. Okay, if anyone has any doubts, we'll discuss after the session. Now we'll start the new point today. Okay, so till dashboard and all we have completed. Now we will enter into the settings. Like before you start the project, what kind of setting you need to do into the system. So those things we will be completing today. Okay, so this is a theme manager, quick actions, approval, survey, organizational update. I hope everyone are cleared with the configuration part. Now we will enter into the second page, which are company and system settings. Before entering into any of the project with that particular company, what kind of settings we need to do into the system. So just go with the company system and logo settings. So logo anyway, we will upload into the theme manager. And if you have any, like if you need to specify the particular logo also, you can come here in the logo requirement. Apart from that, in the theme manager only, we will complete that. Now company settings. Before starting the project, what and all applications will be there, supported applications will be there in the company, and for that supported application, what kind of settings we need to enable in the company. So as we can see here, when we come as a company company system and logo settings, we will land up on the page with admin center, company logo, and here company system settings. So if you can see here, Outlook calendar integration. So every company, it is mandatory that there should be one email configuration should be there. So Outlook nowadays we are working with each and every company. If not Outlook, other email applications will be there. With that, we will be integrating with the API settings. What are API settings? We will be seeing into the single sign-on logins. Now, just when we have the Outlook configuration, means when we need to configure that Outlook email with a SuccessFactor, we need to enable this settings, which is Outlook calendar integration. Second is enable centralized service for dependents. What exactly dependents is? Some companies will be having different applications, like for time of biometric devices, for payroll another application, for PMGM another application, for small applications will be there, which we need to integrate it with the success factor to capture the data. You no need to do here integration and all. We have to just enable the settings so that integration consultant can easily migrate the data from other application to EC application. EC is employee central. Centralized, again, dependent application, centralized service, and add concurrent employee on the manager self-service UI. What exactly it is succession module. Add concurrent means like a backup of employee data. So success, if at all we need to enable the succession details, means succession module or succession detail, then we need to enable these settings. Enable centralized for global assignment. What exactly the global assignment is? People are, employees will be transferring from one location to another location. They will be carrying the global assignment. They will be working with the different source and target managers. What exactly the source and target manager, we will discuss in the workflow topic. So when people are transferring from one location and another location, they will be having a global assignment. That will also comes under the PMGM module. So for that integration, we need to enable these settings. Enable centralized service to publish compensation promotion data. So this is with the compensation module, means payroll module. Enable centralized service to add new employee for fixed terms and rehire an inactive employee. So this is particularly core employee central. In the core employee central only, we will be adding one new employee and new employee with a fixed term, new employee with a variable term, and rehire the inactive employee. So this will be within the employee central only. Whenever we are working on an employee profile data, we will enable these settings. Enable centralized service for integration with employee central compensation. So this is exactly with the payroll and compensation. Attach data with the email for import and export. So here in the employee central itself, we will be working with the different kind of email templates. So for that reason, we need to enable these settings. Send result email for job history, import and termination details. So what exactly this is schedule job history means you will be preparing one report and you will give a time for that report to run the report when nobody is working on the server. So to capture that history, we need to enable these settings. Enable country region specific support for address information in personal relationship import. What exactly this one is? Data models. Initially, I have explained you there are 4 different data models: corporate data, succession data, country specific data, and country specific succession data. So for country specific succession data, the data which captures your employee's identity, which is a Aadhaar card, our passport, our date of birth, which is a own identity which cannot be changed. Those information we need to enable into the personal relationship imports. And leave loading is for time off module. Apart from that, protect address from deletion. So sometimes what happen, without any prior intimation or without any note, some people will be deleting the data. So when it should not be happen, then we will be enable these settings to capture the history of that particular event. What exactly happened, who has been deleted, from which location it has been deleted, for which ID. So everything we will be seeing that result into the reports module. After that, rule for synchronizing work order. What exactly rule is? Business rule. For here in Employee Central, we will be writing different rules for different transaction. Rules means exactly we will preparing the system to when to react and when not to react. Just automating the process. Enable validation for mandatory fields. So what kind of validation? If bank account number is there, so suppose PAN number is there. So PAN number is 5 digits alphabets, 4 digits numeric, and after that 1 digit of alphabet. So when sometimes if we give all the alphabets and system will accept that is a error. So we will inform that system to only accept in this format for this number, like PAN card, Aadhaar card, our bank account number. Bank account will be different, but Aadhaar and PAN is same only, like 12 digits, and here is 9 digits. So we will be enabling this setting to validate the detail, validate the particular detail. So this will be mainly, we will be using this one into the payroll module. Why? Because we'll dispersing the salary without any errors. Enable validation for mandatory fields in the emergency contact details section. So what exactly this one is? We have to give the emergency contact details into the employee profile. So this is again depends on client to client. Enable address validation, national ID validation, bank account validation, payment information validation. So what exactly all these things are? These are pre-configured data. We will just import this data from the XML configuration, and we are asking system to enable before it captures the data of an employee. I hope you are understanding the points. These are only settings. We are not configuring anything based on the client requirement. You have to explain everything in this way to your client, so that client will understand that and he will select that what and all features he need in his company. Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So apart from that, the settings which are related to different modules, so whatever required for the employee central we have discussed. Apart from that also, if at all we need any other modules, when we are working with the different modules, we will enable all these different settings to run the process. So while we enter completely into the course, we will get to know what setting is for what configuration. Once you do with all the settings, you have to just come down and save the company system setting. So once you save this, the setting will be applicable for entire organization. So again, if you want to reset that, you can just make it as a reset. Okay, so here we can see last final one is document attachment. So document attachment is mainly we will be working in the onboarding module. So onboarding means taking, like uploading the documents of an employee, like their offer letter, their previous letter, their address information, their complete history will be their documentation. So how much limit the documentation should be, what is the exact size of the document, so we will configure into the backend, and same way onboarding consultant will be uploading those documents. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is all about the system settings. Means before the configuration process, we will see the system and logo setting for the further process. So today we will start working on the employee profile, like what exactly employee profile, how we will import the employee data into the system. We will look after that. So employee means succession data. So what exactly the employee information is? Succession data. So corporate is nothing but employer data. Succession is nothing but candidate data, means employee data. And country specific is nothing but the legal entity, business unit, division, department. All these terminologies, please don't get confused. Like day by day, you will be habituated with this one. So let's see the succession data, which means entering one employee into the system. So we have two ways to enter an employee. One is here only you can add new employee. Add new employee or add new associate. So once we go here, we will be adding one employee. So if you have one or two employees only, you will follow this process. But what if you have hundreds of employees and you need to update the data into the system? For that reason, we will be using the Excel format. So where exactly that one is? Import employee. If you go to import employee, import employee data. So when we will be using this one, when we have hundreds of employees data and we need to import that into the system, then only we will be using this format. So once you click on the import employee data, here select the action you want to perform. Here import data as well as download template. So first download the template. select an entity. What exactly entity is means what kind of data you are importing into the system. So while we are doing for the first time, we will be selecting basic import. And file encoding, Unicode is, what is meant by UTF is universal transactional file. Means this file is supported for all the SuccessFactors module. Generate template. So this is the file where we have to import, give the data of an employee. So if you see in this file, there are two fields are there. Both are same, but the names are different for this one. What exactly that one? The field which you are seeing on the first line, this is nothing but identifier. So identifiers cannot be changed into the file or else into the application, but the second field is nothing but label. So label can be changed and edited. So now where we can edit and change this label and identifier. So employee data is nothing but succession data, and all the succession data will be edited into the manage business configuration. So now go to home page and manage business configuration. So here on this particular page, we will be configuring or we will be editing the data which are related to only employees. Okay, so particularly, so this one, this is now the first one is nothing but identifier and second is nothing but label. So identifier cannot be changed, but label can be changed. If you see here, now status, user ID, email, middle name, last name, nickname, username, everything is there. Apart from that, there are 15 custom fields are there, which if at all your client is asking that apart from this particular data also, I need to capture some of the details. What we have to do is we can use these 15 custom fields. If you can see here, custom 1 to 15 are there. As an employee central consultant, it is not recommended to use all the fields because other consultants will be there. They will be also using. So these 15 custom fields we can use if at all apart from the given data, if we need to capture any other fields. So where we can edit this one. So now custom 1 to 15, go to manage business configuration. Here employee profile, in that standard, under standard, you can see custom fields here. Can you see? So let's see custom 1. Custom 1 is label has been mentioned as testing. Sneha, Samriddhi and all. If you want, you can change this one. How you can change? Take action, make correction, and custom 1, let's take as a employee father name. Okay. Here default label mentioned as same. This particular button is nothing but default translator. So if you want to translate with any other language also, we can paste the same, and whenever we are using with other language, automatically it get translated. Enabled maximum length is 255. So 255 is word length what SAP will accept. Pick list is nothing but drop down. This is separate topic is there. We will create in the next session. And mandatory, if you make it as a mandatory and if you leave in the blank in that particular file, then file will not accept. So you have to mention that it is mandatory or not based on the requirement. Masked means just a